Golden City is a unique project, unique for St. Petersburg, unique for our office of course. It's a prominent new location on the new harbor of St. Petersburg. It's the first thing you're going to see when you arrive from the Finnish Gulf. And it has a lot of opportunities to present St. Petersburg on the outer rim of the eastern side, next to the water and the sea. So yeah, for us it's a major opportunity. We can build a new city there, new and contemporary icon for St. Petersburg. We want to present a new interpretation of the urban history of St. Petersburg in a contemporary way. It consists of low-rise and high-rise with golden spires and activated and programmed ground floor. And it is unique for St. Petersburg. And we hope that in a few years Golden City will be a new standard, new visiting area, and a new place to be for St. Petersburg people and the new inhabitants.
Yeah, so when we first teamed up with KCP to do the competition in the end of 2015, we really saw the challenge for this project because the setting and the location of the project is so unique. And actually we understood that a lot of people are coming to St. Petersburg by boat, by ferry boat. But at the moment it's really a little bit of a backside of the city. So we thought if this is such a prominent location, we need to make a new entrance to the city, a new portal to the city. And looking at the structure of St. Petersburg and the iconic value of all the golden tops, we tried to make this portal the new entrance to the classic St. Petersburg. So not being historic, but with modern architecture trying to create a new iconic image for the city. And it's not only about building iconic buildings, it's also about making nice living space. So we thought also in this windy area it's really important to have a nice place to live, to visit, to stay, to be comfortable. So that's why we made this combination of courtyard structures with towers and golden tops for the iconic effect.
I think there's one of the major things, of course, of this location is the port, and the port is already there. You already have the cruise ships. One of the main features of the location in terms of transport is the metro station. As we understood, this metro station is before the development of Block 6, the first development of the Golden City. And that's, I think, one of the major items that should be already there before developing the plot. And I think if Block 6 will rise, also with the commercial function and the plinth, because that's very, very important. Living conditions already are nice, and also because of the perimeter block, so the courtyard design of our urban fabric. We already have a good living climate for each block, and if you position more blocks connected to each other, you will have a kind of a chain of public spaces that are in courtyards and in intermediate streets. So the quality is on a large scale on the Golden City, but it's also on the micro scale. And that's also in our concept to have the feasibility on the phasing of the project, and also in terms of time over the years. It's very important to maintain the quality already from the first steps.
Yeah, we thought it was really impressive. We visited some cities before in Russia, but when we visited St. Petersburg, we thought it was really special, actually. And there seems to be, not only in the architecture, but also in the attitude and kind of open-mindedness in the city that is really attractive. And what we find especially attractive from, you could say, an architectural or an urban point of view, is that the city is very consistent, but also very nice shaped in its urban spaces. So there is a lot of attention for detailing in urban space, not only the facades of the existing buildings, but also the street profiles, the green, the pedestrian zones. And what we liked is that we saw a city that was very consistent also in its structure. So we have a more or less 5 to 6 layered high classic building mass. And everything that sticks out, everything that is on top is special, is golden. It's domes, it's peaks, it's special treatments, special ornaments. And we thought this was so typical for St. Petersburg that you could identify the city almost by this quality. And we made also this phrase that how can you identify a city by color? If you visit Siena in Italy, you identify it by terracotta color. It's all terracotta roof tiles. But if you identify St. Petersburg, it's by its golden color, it's by its golden domes. And this was such a typical quality we wanted to incorporate in our concept. We thought it was really important.
If you see the Vasilevsky Island near to the city center, you see already a high quality because of the nearness of the city center. But you also see some examples where the quality drops. And I think we have to, especially in this location near the harbor, where millions of visitors are entering St. Petersburg and leaving St. Petersburg, that we at least maintain, but not maintain. But that's, I think we have to excel in quality, and I think it's very important to have a kind of a new interpretation. That there is a lot of possibilities, even in the building tradition after the post-war period. That there is a lot of quality in it, and we see a lot of good examples. But unfortunately, we also see not that good examples. And we want to combine Russian historic architecture before the 1940s and after the 1960s to combine this both positive influences into a new kind of architecture that's honoring what I already said is honoring the tradition, the modernistic Russian architecture, but also the historical part, and it's more about the combining and creating a new kind of architecture, a new kind of typology.
The whole project, especially given the fact that it's such a big, you could say, development on this territory, should serve at least these two goals. So you cannot only make iconic buildings that are really bad places to live. And if you only make super nice places to live, it doesn't mean it's a nice seafront. So we really try to look at these two sides of the assignment. And we think by creating as well quality in the appearance of the buildings. So you could say on a large scale, arriving by boat, seeing the silhouette of the project, it should have quality. But also when you live there, when you go there for shopping, when you go there for recreation, the project should be kind of a mini city. It should have a mini city quality, so that it's a nice place to be, it's a nice place to visit, it's a nice place to live. And we tried to incorporate this, you could say, typical classical qualities that comes from the historical city of St. Petersburg with the courtyard structures, to reintroduce them and to make this kind of sheltered spaces also in between the blocks. So you can go outside on the quay and you can confront the seashore and you can have the wind in your face, but if you want you can sit in a sheltered courtyard or a sheltered garden just because it's a nice place to live and to recreate.
It's already a new postcard. I think we succeeded already maybe in achieving this goal, because it's the first thing when we had this project was if you're entering the Finnish Gulf, you want to see a light spot in the end telling there is St. Petersburg. We don't want to focus only on the plot itself, on making nice houses, making nice buildings that could stand anywhere. There's a new harbor, millions of people entering here, so we believe that this plot, this area, it cannot be something else than a postcard for St. Petersburg. So that's good news, I would say.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, with what Patrick says. But at the same time, we are quite humble because we think the real quality, of course, of the city of St. Petersburg is also in the historical center. So what we wanted to make is what we called an antichambre. So, but it's good to arrive not on a wasteland if you arrive by boat. So you need to make a front portal there, a front entrance. But at the same time, it's guiding you to something else. It's just an introduction to what will become later. And it's not our goal to compete with, you could say, the quality of the historical city. And it's not our goal to make kind of a cliche reprint of it. It's just we wanted to reinterpret the quality in a modern way as an introduction to the typical qualities of the city of St. Petersburg.
It's a tough road to maintain the quality. I think we have Glorix is already, they want this quality. We want this quality. Elan is busy on a local level on implementing this this project. Of course, it's not easy, but I believe with all our efforts and also our ambition, and that's a good thing to see that the ambition is even growing, because more people are going to believe in the project because of the high quality. And I think this everyone sees now the importance of this project and the importance to make quality on this location, importance to make the Golden City, as Jeroen told, an antichambre for St. Petersburg in a city.